And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the patch 5.3 story in Final Fantasy XIV. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in the Crystarium at 12:16, and we need to talk to the manager of suites. So let's do it. Obviously, a lot of people here because the patch just launched. So the first quest is called In the Name of the Light. The manager of suites is looking a little anxious. Mistress Menethil, will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care of so. Though they say the star shower was harmless, one can never be too careful. But I concede it is not for me to tell the Warrior of Darkness how to look after herself. Old habits, you understand? Mithrie, how very opportune. Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tale set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Or the great hero he is, in the case of Ardbur. You two were surprised to see him, I think. At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but I could see the effect of his words had on those around me. And then the stars rained down from the sky, and well, you know the rest. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude, so here I am. Thank you, Mithrie, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Should you perhaps wish to have your account on these matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there is anything I could do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. They could subscribe, thumbs up the video. What can you tell me about the Warriors of Light? Very well. Tell me what the situation is like in the city. Situation in the city? Do you mean the people's awakening as Warriors of Light? Well, while questions remain about the circumstances surrounding Ardbur's return, history tells us that what took place may not be entirely unprecedented. But to understand that requires an understanding of the Warriors of Light in a broader Vrantic context. If it please you, I should be glad to provide an overview. I flatter myself that it may grant you a better grasp to that which is occurring, not only in the Crystarium, but the world at large. Excellent. I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant text. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, miss. I bid you a pleasant day. Doodly 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 doodly. Okay. So, we have to go to the cabinet. So, once we get there, we will continue. Okay, so we made it. Obviously, so did everyone else on the server, so let's talk to him. Mithrie, excellent timing. I have but this moment finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As a great many works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be business as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge on familiars. And Alphanode volunteered to help. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? So, of course, the more the merrier. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment. So we're one to pore over the annals of Vrandic history. One would note the comparatively frequent recurrence of individuals hailed as Warriors of Light. Abba and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Will, legendary first king of Lakeland, Rodfort, and a Slow Lord, the fabled Ran and Calgent duo of Bobert. And no list of Vandric heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tuna of Ronka. In older text, she too was called a Warrior of Light. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget the negative associations of the title, but it makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Verily, in ages past, it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, however, light came to be regarded with fear. The title used not to exalt, but to revile. Far cry from its beginnings. So this, my friends, is Novran's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesied hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of the light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier, and thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the self-same epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, Warrior of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honoured thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who has awakened to the echo and is able to hear Hydaelyn's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself, a warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero, and conversely, there will have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the words hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in the other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. But Hydaelyn did call me a Warrior of Light. What's in a name? It doesn't change anything. And there I was, thinking I was special. Lol. She did? I've never heard her voice myself. But I can feel her presence, perhaps through Minfilia. At any rate, assuming all of this is true, and there's a common thread behind the epithet, I doubt the Ascians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension Hydaelyn, with good, must have added insult to injury. While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excuse myself? Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light has given us much to ponder. Did someone say Warriors of Light? You are? Whoops. Ricky Tio. Are you alright? Ah, my precious tomes. Did I not say that you must take care in the cabinet? You too, Arkil. Well. We're sorry, Master Moran. Aren't you the Warrior of Darkness? My name is Riki Tio, and I want to help everyone. Please, tell me what I have to do to be a hero, and to be a Warrior of Light. Okay, so let's talk to Riki Tio. So, I want to be a Warrior of Light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people, and apocryphy. And I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium, no, in all of Novran. When I told Arkil and Urwell this, they said that the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big, we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere. If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear they may prove a little difficult for one so young. But, esteemed warrior of darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Rikitio to Spagriux. Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the Churgeons at their work. Sounds like a plan. It seems that we've finished here, so we'll come with you. Cool. Last one is a rotten egg. Yeah. I'll have you know I'm really fast. You're going to be the rotten egg. Well, we lost. Okay, so we need to go to Chesamel. So, once we get there, we will continue. Okay, so we made it here to Chesamel. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? There she is. So, well now, to what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right, I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world. Well, that is a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. Not few at our infirmary yearn to venture both as warriors of light, but ultimately they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe, the artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life, and the younglings like you who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see, and so difficult it was, they made the decision to remain. Then does it mean that my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our surgeons may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. As we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. Though I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best topography ever. Just you watch. Ah, that's the spirit. Without further ado then, may I entrust you with a task? I have placed an order, sweet sieve, for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go and collect it. Oh, an ingredient? Leave it to me, miss. He's adorable. So my, such an abundance of energy, though I can't help wonder if she'll be alright by herself. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at Sweet's Eve, speak with a woman named Grandsign, and she will point you in the right direction. I shall join you. As the one who suggested this course to Rikitio, I would assist in her first steps. And what about the two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become warriors of light, just not the same kind as Riki. So we'll wait for you here, warrior of darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. In that case, Ryan and I shall keep them company and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. Cool. So now we need to go to talk to Grandsign. So once we get there, we will continue. Okay, so here we are. So, if it isn't the Warrior of Darkness herself, may I assume you're here with Master Alphanode? Right, lest you wonder, Chasmel's order is for grapes. As busy as we have been of late, however, I regret to say that we didn't have the time to harvest them. So, it was with apologies I asked Master Alphanode and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits on the vines. Perhaps you could lend them a hand? It's the undersized grapes you want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So let's take the undersized grapes. Okay. Have to do 3 of them. 2. And 3. Okay. Now let's talk to Rikitio. So, oh, you're here too. We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Let's hand them over. It says, though too small for normal consumption, these grapes are suitable for making wine and medicine. Wow, you picked this many already? Amazing. I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Chasmal? I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them. Tell me, Ricky, what made you want to be an apothecary and warrior of light? Why? Well, a while ago I fell sick, really sick. My body was burning up, and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I've ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave, the apothecary. I mean, she went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous. And I decided I wanted to help people just like her. So I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friends. But I didn't really know what I was doing, or if there was anything else I could do. Then, not long ago, a neighbor told me that he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling the world, helping people. And I thought, that's the same as what I want to do. I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Sailor? I haven't seen him for a bit, so he must already be out there looking for people to help. Sailor? One of the guards awakened by the star shower? Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Rikitio. I myself took inspiration from, not unlike your traveling apothecary, and I hope that her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Chesamel. It would seem that I've been laboring under a misapprehension. I'd convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. And as he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch labouring tirelessly, I doubt not, but that a way will be found. Yeah, I believe I speak for us all when I say I cannot leave in good conscience until we have dealt with Elidibus. This is no longer a strange and distant land, after all. Overrant has become a home to us, and a people our own. Let's return to Spagrix. It wouldn't do to keep our admirers waiting. Okay. So once we get back to Chesamal, well, we will continue. Okay, so we made it back. So let's do it. My thanks for your kind help, sweetie. We now have all the ingredients we require. From the grapes we shall make vinegar, to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. Or constituent, whatever. As part of her studies, I may just have to give Riki Tio a little taste. Cool. So let's complete that quest. Okay, next quest is called Heroic Dreams. So, Erwell regards you expectantly. The Warrior Darkness. If you finished helping Riki, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting. We already have some enemies that you can deal with, the vampire bats. The guards say that they've become a pest around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. But they shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting and we were just watching. The children told us as much while you were away, and in preparation, Chesamal kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the younglings will be watching. That's to say, put on a good show, yes? Right, let's head outside at once. Everyone, follow me. So, Elise, wait, Jester. Come on then. Okay, so we need to go just outside the town. So once we get there, we will continue. Okay, we made it. So let's talk to Elise. So everyone's here. Good. Let's get started, shall we? As their name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood, and originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active with the return of night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Chesamal's laws, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats are wont to rest on the eaves, so you are like to attract more if you place lures near buildings. I have here 6 lures, 3 for you and me. As proof of successful kill, I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes, well, there is nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best in Mithrie. Anyway, while we hunt the bats, the 2 of you are to stay with Rin. She's really strong too, and will keep you safe. Without further ado then, let the contest begin. Fair enough. So, how far do we have to go? Okay. Hopefully not too far. That's a vampire bat. Let's get it. Not that I need it, but I'll just summon my chocobo anyway. Go. That's 1. Next place. Okay, right here. I mean, while we're helping each other, might as well. I might be stuck in combat for a while. Okay, last location. Okay. Okay, here we go. This person. Done. Okay, so deliver the things to Reen. So once we get back to her, we will continue. Okay, we made it back to her, so let's talk to her. So, well fought, Mithrie. The children were hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest. Though I know the tally, may I see your fangs for good measure? Apologies for the wait. My fangs, not a bad haul, even if I do say so myself. So, 5, 6, 7. 7 fangs from what they say? Which means that we have a draw. Mithrie also collected 7 fangs. Ugh, why does this feel even worse than losing? Just another measly fang and victory would have been mine. I hate you, Mithrie. Don't look so surprised. I've no intention on remaining lost in your wake forever, you know. Damn you, Mithrie. So, children, you've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? He's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our gods are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like her. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, we may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Mithrie, and train hard. Keep at it, and for long enough, you'll be strong too. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide that you wanted to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were there listening with everyone when Ardbert appeared, but I've wanted to be strong since before I came to Crystarium. The Sin Eaters killed my father and my sister, see, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Ardbert said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as new Warriors of Light. What about you, Arkil? Me, to be honest, I'm still not sure what I want. If my friends were in trouble, I know that I would want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, see the world together. That's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost, and that I had to go out there to find it. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourselves. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. Bye. I understand how Arkil feels. The Star Shower didn't awaken me to Idlen's voice, but that vision of the final days of Armorot burning, it filled me with sadness to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made. It felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind, but when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt. But lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured and have no intention of donning an Asian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Ryan and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it that their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. Uh-oh. What's up? It's nothing, just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now, not to worry. I'll see you soon. As you ponder Lise's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. Okay. So, we need to go back to the Crystarium. So, once we are there, we will continue. Okay, so we made it to the next place. There's a lot of people here, but I think I'll just keep clicking until I can see it. There we go. So if you just, if you can't select it with a mouse, just hit 0 on your numpad, and you might be able to click it.
Why am I... Was it you who called me here? So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
So give back Albert's body. Why must you embroil people in your plans? What are you plotting?
Come now. My plans are no mystery. That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose. The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down. Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait.
Them fighting words.
Ere long I will come for you, Warrior of Darkness. And I will save the world. One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emet-Selch. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you. As if he mistook you for another.
So, Hypholius called me his old friend.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude. But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed. This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the Tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith. Such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness. Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
Okay, let's walk to the Crystal Exarch. So the fate seemed determined not to allow us a quiet moment. But come, let us have the details from Rin. Okay, let's complete the quest. Okay, so I don't want the episodes to go on too long, so we're gonna end it there. But I will be sure to carry on in the next one. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys.